What's up everyone, this is TL Hughes coming at you with a little Xbox One versus PS4. So let's start things off. The Xbox One will be launching November 2013 at $500 in the US, a $600 equivalency of the euro in Europe, and $600 equivalency in Australia. The PS4 will launch in November 2013 at $400 in the US, and I think it's staying about the same across the world. Hardware specs for both practically have the same thing. CPU, AMD Jaguar x86 8-core. GPU, the Xbox has a GCN 768 and the PS4 has a GCN 1152. It's slightly better, but not much of a difference. RAM, there's 8 gigs at 2133 megahertz on the Xbox, and the PS4 has 8 gigs at 5500 megahertz. And they both have 500 gig hard drives and Blu-ray drives. The Xbox One will come with Kinect included in the price, which is mandatory, and the PS4 will have Move, which will be sold separately, I believe, for around $130. So it'll actually cost more to get the full bundle for PS4 than the Xbox. The Xbox has 3 operating systems: an Xbox kernel, Windows 8 kernel, and a virtualization kernel, while the PS4 just has the PlayStation 4 kernel. Used games will be able to be sold through Microsoft authorized retailers, so there will be used games. No used games. That's not the case. It will just be more you have to go to a retail store. You can't just sell a game to your buddy. You have to go sell it to a retailer, and then they can go buy it from the retailer. And PlayStation 4, there will be no restriction for it. Xbox will still carry used games. Game sharing will allow you to swap once per game disc, 30-day limit, similar to a trial version. I don't see it being a big house because you usually don't have a game for a month from a friend. Usually it's a week or so. It's unlimited with sharing between household consoles. Will be integrated with family packs for Xbox Live to link family-owned consoles to share games. So, say you have a brother and a sister, they both have Xboxes, you can share your one game on those consoles as long as they're connected to a family account. The PS4 doesn't have any kind of game sharing restrictions. The ones that the Xbox has, I don't see it being a big deal. Neither system will have backwards compatibility. In my opinion, that's no big deal. I never played an Xbox game on my Xbox 360 besides Halo 2, maybe once or twice, and that was it. The Xbox will be region locked. No games made from another country will be able to work on a console from another country. I'm a little worried about Fable series because Fable was made in the UK, so I'm not quite sure if that's going to have an impact on it. The PlayStation 4 will be region free. I think that's mostly because Sony is a Japanese company and most of their clientele is the US. So if they region locked their console and they produce a lot of games in Japan strictly for Japan, that would pretty much screw a lot of their marketing in the US. Xbox Live games on demand, I think it'll be discounted games and you pay so much a month for the service. And PS4 will have a similar games on demand called Gaikai. Online services, Xbox Live will cost $10 a month or $25 every 3 months or $60 for a year. And the PlayStation will now have a premium called PlayStation Plus, which will cost $18 for 3 months or $50 a year. It's still less, but not free. So those Sony fanboys can't be fucking showing off their dicks too much because when the PS3 had free service and the Xbox was still charging, they're waving their dicks in our face like it was a big deal. But now they're charging, and pretty much now they're like, oh yeah, I'll shell out the $50 a year, that's no problem. So why the fuck were they showing off a few years ago? You know what I mean? Just saying. They're willing to pay, so don't fucking be like a douchebag about it, because that was annoying. I knew they would pay for it anyways, and now they're gonna have to. The Xbox will require you to sign in at least once every 24 hours if you're gaming to run a profile check and to make sure your games library is intact of the right codes and nothing has changed. So say if you went and sold a game today to GameStop. It would then have to be taken out of your library, which is the updated checks, to make sure you didn't sell the game. If you did, it automatically takes it out of your library, and then whoever buys it will get it. So practically, it transfers to the next buyer of that game. Now that sucks that it has to be an online check, but it doesn't affect me because I've always had internet. I've never had internet unless the cable went out maybe a couple hours. Not a big deal. But that's destroying their consumer base because at least half of the US doesn't have internet connection, and a lot of the world doesn't even have internet access at all. That is going to hurt them, but it doesn't affect me, so I really don't give a shit. Now, the PlayStation will not have a mandatory online connection. Xbox will have cloud profile saves where you can save your profile. It will be easier for you to load it at a friend's house. So say you don't have to bring a memory card anymore. You can go to his house, get on Xbox Live, load your profile, sign in, and you're good to go. PlayStation will not have that feature. Xbox will have cloud computing using Xbox Live servers to act like another console practically, helping it run. This is very helpful because this takes the tension off of your own Xbox a little bit. By when you're running a game, it takes a little tension off the processor running the game. I believe there was an article that said it is equal to the computing power of 3 consoles acting as one. That's pretty fucking awesome considering, you had issues with lag frame rates in games. That should be completely gone, especially with this. So that's a plus. PlayStation will not have that feature. Xbox Live users will get 2 free games per month permanently. So this means it's not a time trial for free or anything like that. Once it goes on sale for free, you download it and it's yours. You have it forever. That's pretty awesome. I heard PlayStation could have this, but it's not confirmed. PlayStation Plus users will have early access to betas, which is kind of cool, but it's kind of lame compared to 2 games per month for free. Xbox will have Xbox Live Marketplace for downloadable content. PlayStation will have PlayStation Store. Web browsers, Xbox will have Internet Explorer, which sucks because I hate Internet Explorer, but it's Microsoft. Of course they're going to use their own browser. I wouldn't expect them to use Firefox, but that would be sweet. And PlayStation will have their web browser. Xbox will have Skype for internet calls, communications. They're bringing their webcam and phone call service through it, which will be awesome. You can have conference calls, I believe, too, with groups of friends. And PlayStation will have a private call application as well. Xbox will have a game recorder, and so will the PlayStation 4. And they will both have interactive live streaming. I think it's just an application for the PS4, but for the Xbox, it will actually have a Twitch application for the actual Twitch TV, which is awesome because it will allow you to watch streams that are currently happening and stream directly from your Xbox to Twitch on your account. That's amazing because you have to do so much shit right now, it's not even funny, and a lot of people can't even handle it. So I believe that'll also be incorporated with their Xbox Live servers, helping compensate for the needed processing and the speed you'll need to upload to Twitch correctly. And that's the sum up for the Xbox One versus PS4. And that's all the information I have on Xbox versus PS4 right now. If there's any more updates or details, I'll add another video. It's TL Hughes signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share our videos, and we'll catch you all later. Peace.